Welcome back. In this case, a series of allegations were made against DC Ibrahim Khan, which took place on the 23rd of October 2024. Let's break down the allegations, findings, and the final outcome. The hearing was held to decide whether DC Khan committed gross misconduct by posting anti-Semitic and offensive material on his Instagram account.
Oh goody. Not sure what I can say about this one. YouTube seems to not like this topic, but let's see what she has to say first.
The evidence against DC Khan was based on screenshots of posts shared on his Instagram between the 17th and 23rd of October 2023, visible to around 250 followers for 24 hours each. The posts contained material that could be deemed anti-Semitic and offensive, particularly in relation to the Israel-Palestine conflict. The posts included anti-Semitic comparisons between Israeli policies and Nazi actions.
Well, definitely not touching that one. Next.
2. Claims that Jews invented or exaggerated the Holocaust.
Okay, that's just stupid. Whether you're a fan of Israel or not, pretending that didn't happen is choosing to believe something just because it fits your narrative. And if you have to ignore facts to hold your position, maybe it's time to reconsider your position.
3. Accusations that Jews control the media or economy.
Looks like he was into conspiracy theories. Just picked the wrong one at the wrong time.
The AA also noted that there were comments under one post that could be anti-Semitic and offensive, but there was no evidence showing that DC Khan was aware of these comments when he reposted the material. DC Khan's defense argued the following points. Material not anti-Semitic. DC Khan denied that the material was anti-Semitic, citing a statement from Rabbi Gluck to support his position. He also pointed out that the IHRA, International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, definition of anti-Semitism is not legally binding and that the examples provided are not part of the definition.
To be fair, I've never really thought about a legal definition of anti-Semitism. Okay, I just looked it up, and the UK doesn't have a legal definition. But we follow the IHRA's definition as a guide. So, while it's not legally binding, it is the standard the UK uses.
Material not grossly offensive. DC Khan argued that the material wasn't grossly offensive, referencing past High Court rulings, Bussetti and Collins, to guide what constitutes grossly offensive material under criminal law. He emphasized that the posts were shared during a time of political turmoil in the Middle East, which he believed was important context.
It's hard to argue that. There's always someone who's offended by something. But like I said, bad timing for posting this stuff. And just to be clear, I'm a big proponent of freedom of expression, but you better be prepared for the backlash when you say or post something.
Personal and global political circumstances. DC Khan noted that the timing of the posts coincided with the October 2023 Hamas attacks on Israel and stated that he was going through personal and family difficulties. He hoped this would be seen as a mitigating factor in understanding his actions.
Sorry, but I don't care. If I can't go to court and say, "Sorry, Your Honor, I was having a bad day," and walk out without a record, then a serving police officer shouldn't be able to use it either.
However, the hearing concluded that the timing of the posts and DC Khan's personal circumstances didn't excuse his actions. The material was assessed objectively according to professional standards. The evidence presented included screenshots of the Instagram posts, a mass grave image from 1945 next to what purported to be a mass grave in Gaza, drawing a comparison to Nazi actions. Text suggesting that the Holocaust is exaggerated or distorted. A. Post suggesting that Jews control media and power, a classic anti-Semitic trope. An image of Adolf Hitler morphing into Benjamin Netanyahu with a caption about irony, implying that Netanyahu had become what he once hated. A post stating, "Well, done Israel, Hitler would be proud," and a comparison of Gaza to a concentration camp.
Don't know why you cut to me. Like I said, I'm not touching that, so please carry on.
These posts were found to violate the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism, particularly regarding comparisons between Israeli actions and Nazi policies, and suggesting that the Holocaust was exaggerated, grossly offensive. The posts were also deemed grossly offensive as they suggested the October 7, 2023 Hamas attacks, which resulted in over 1,000 deaths, were fabricated. Such claims were seen as inflammatory and offensive, especially in the immediate aftermath. The hearing found that DC Khan's actions were deliberate, sustained over several days, and in one case, he even added his own comments to one of the images. This showed a clear intent to spread the material.
Nope, the viewer can make their own mind up. I'm still not saying shit. Carry on.
The hearing also noted DC Khan's background in the Counterterrorism Unit, CSU, implying that, as an experienced police officer, he should have known better than to post material that could be perceived as anti-Semitic or offensive. The posts not only offended DC Khan's followers, but also posed a significant risk to public trust in the police. Given the national concern surrounding the Israel-Palestine conflict, these posts could have severely damaged public confidence in the police if they became widely known. The panel did consider mitigating factors, including DC Khan's personal circumstances and the political situation in the Middle East, but they didn't find these factors sufficient to justify or excuse his actions. His character references and service record were taken into account, but the gravity of the misconduct outweighed these factors. The police service has a duty to maintain public confidence, and his actions were seen as undermining that duty.
If you're waiting for me to add something, you're still wasting your time. Just keep going.
Outcome. After considering the severity of the misconduct, the potential harm to the public image of the police, and the lack of adequate mitigation, the hearing concluded that dismissal without notice was the only appropriate outcome. DC Khan was also placed on the College of Policing barred list, preventing him from working in any police role in the future. So, do you think this was the right course of action by the panel? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, if you have something to say, let us know below, because there's no way YouTube will let us say much about this topic here. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more updates. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, stay informed, stay aware, and remember, accountability matters.